Love, and I'm gonna get right down to business. 3 unfair advantages my experience with witchcraft and magic. That's what we're talking about in this conversation. I'm Reverend Valerie Love, also known as KAISI. If I'm talking fast, that's because I'm from New York. I'm kind of fast. In this conversation, we're going to talk about witchcraft, magic, and the unfair advantage you can receive and that my clients experience from witchcraft and magic. 3 specific. There could be multiple ways that people experience unfair advantages with witchcraft and magic. I'm just going to talk about 3 in this conversation. So I'm the author of 25 books on practical spirituality and the founder of the Christian Witches Mystery School and all things Christian witches in the realm where we do it. There are many Christian witches all over the world, and I honor and love all the Christian witches all over the world. So we are doing a fall equinox candle burning ritual. Now, why is this an unfair advantage? The first reason that there's an unfair advantage when it comes to witchcraft and magic, hey, come on in, come on in, come on in. I got this inspiration today, family. And you know, whenever I get the inspiration, I come to the people with the inspiration, okay? When I get the inspiration, I come to the people with the inspiration. So this inspiration came to me, what are the unfair advantages of witchcraft and magic, and to really talk about those and why they work. Now, in the last candle burning ritual that I conducted, we had 33 of my clients in the candle burning ritual. And the candle burning ritual is on the spring equinox. There's pictures of it, there's videos of it right here on the YouTube channel. The candle burning ritual before that had over 80 clients in it. Candle burning ritual for money uncrossing ritual. Now, the next ritual we are going to do is the fall equinox ritual. Go to christianwitches.com, get in the ritual. And if you hop in there early, you're going to get some goodies. The early movers always get goodies. So I'm giving out some goodies to the first, I believe it's 10 or 20 people who register for it. So hop in there right away. That when we have these candle burning rituals, any ritual, not just the candle burning ritual. I'll give you another example. We have the ritual that we do when we do plant medicine, ayahuasca, when we do shrooms, all of the plant medicines, where we do them, when we do them. The next plant medicine retreat is coming up in December on the winter solstice. So if you go to valerielove.com, I'm going to link everything in the description below. Okay, I'm going to link it all for you. So why is this an unfair advantage? First of all, because life's not fair. That's one thing. I like unfair advantages because life's not fair. Life's not giving you what you want. Life's not being fair with you. Life's not being timid with you. Life is lifing. And when life be lifing, people require tools that give you an unfair advantage in a life that's not fair. Now, I believe in that. I believe, give me an edge. Give me a way that will give me some kind of step up. Help me elevate. I have found nothing on the planet for me. Everyone's different, right? I'm not saying that this is it. I'm saying this is what I found for myself. That witchcraft and magic gives you that upper hand, that leg up when life be life. I will go into a ritual. I will go into my spiritual space. I will get my herbs out. I will get my candles out. And next thing you know, I will shift the energy of that thing. So the number one reason why witchcraft and magic, why we work witchcraft and magic for an unfair advantage, is because life is not fair. And you need extra oomph. You need an advantage. That's what I say. I say have advantages. And people who understand the craft of witchcraft, people who understand frequency, vibration, and energy in magic, people who understand, who are masterful shamans, who are masterful hoodoos, practitioners, they know how to tilt the odds in the favor for their client. not manipulating life. That's something different. That comes from control. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about bending life to your will. No one can do that. You can try. It's control. You'll be exhausted, and then life still won't do what you want. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how can we make the most favorable circumstances. How can we work the energy such that it's moving in your favor? How can we tip the scales to be more advantageous for you to get the position than someone else? I believe in that. You know why? Because in the world there's nepotism. People are using that unfair. I'll show you an unfair advantage that people were using when I was a financial advisor at American Express. I was a financial advisor at American Express, which many of you know, for 7 years had hundreds of clients. And I would tell you this. Many of the financial advisors that came into American Express were not qualified. They got the position straight out of college. They didn't have any experience, and I wasn't qualified either. They taught me what I had to learn, right? So I'm not saying that I was better than them or they were better than me. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is some of them got the position because, oh, please give me a good signal. Please give me a good signal. Let me tip that in my advantage in this signal, in this live stream. And they said, hey, my son is about to graduate, my daughter is about to graduate, give them a position at American Express. And that was worked out on the golf course. That's an unfair advantage because I had an advantage. My daddy wasn't playing golf with them. That's an unfair advantage. So life is full of unfair advantages. Life never promised you fairness. Life never said, we're going to make everything fair and equitable for everybody on the planet. No, some people won the birth lottery. I won the birth lottery because I was born in the United States and I have a passport that allows me to go anywhere on the planet uncontested. That's what causes me to be able to hop from the countries you saw me hop to UK. Come on in, Miss Love. To Dubai. Come on in, Miss Love. To Bali. Come on in, Miss Love. To Taiwan. Come on in, Miss Love. There hasn't been a country yet that I've gone to, China, India, Egypt, anywhere, that didn't say, come on in, Miss Love. In India and China, I had to get visas in advance, and they asked me several questions before they let me in. They still let me in. I won the birth lottery. That's an unfair advantage. People born in maybe, I don't know, Pakistan, maybe they don't have that same advantage. Maybe people born in Honduras don't have that same advantage. I don't know. What I do know is that life is not fair. It's not. And we've all found this out. So if you can give yourself some kind of advantages, it would behoove you to do so that you can move up and onward. That's one thing that witchcraft and magic gives you. Number 2, this is a part about witchcraft and magic that I absolutely love. It doesn't need your belief. I absolutely love that about witchcraft and magic because when I was in religion, I spent 26 years in the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses. And when I was in religion needed my belief. It needed me believe in this sky daddy. It needed me to believe in what they were teaching me. It needed me to believe that Jesus rose from the dead. It needed me to believe that he was my savior. It needed me to believe Adam and Eve and a whole story of 8 billion people came from 2 people, which is biologically impossible. It needed us to believe these things. Magic and witchcraft don't require your belief. Isn't that beautiful? It's freeing. Magic and witchcraft works on the laws of the universe. Magic and witchcraft work according to physics and gifting. That's why we call it the magical arts and sciences. It's part art, it's part science. And every witch does their witchery different. Many people are afraid of that. Many people are absolutely terrified about witches being power brokers on this planet. I'm not terrified of that at all. I love it. As a matter of fact, my mother and my grandmothers and my great-grandmother, all of them exhibited witchy tendencies, and they were absolute power brokers in their lives. And they caused a lot of things to happen, or saw a lot of things that were going to happen, and we were scratching our heads. How did they do that? Because a lot of your grandmothers were witches. But that's a conversation for another day. So the second thing that I love about witchcraft and magic and why it gives people an unfair advantage, my clients an unfair advantage, I want you to register for the fall equinox candle burning ritual because I'll give you an unfair advantage too. It's not particular, it's no respecter of persons. It'll work for anyone. It'll work for anyone. So go to christianwitches.com. I'm going to link it below for you as well. So it doesn't require your belief. The third reason that witchcraft and magic gives you an unfair advantage is usually you're working with some kind of practitioner, or you yourself are the practitioner, and the practitioner has gifting for that particular thing. Give you an example. I had gifting for Christian witchcraft even when I had no wording for it. I didn't know what it was. I had my Bible and I had a tarot deck. I didn't know what you called that. I didn't even know it was a thing. I didn't even know it had a name until the name came to me by inspiration. I didn't know it was a thing. I kind of thought it was forbidden. Not kind of thought. I really thought it was forbidden. I thought I was sneaking and doing something I had no business doing. And then I finally learned later on that the Almighty, the all-knowing isness of this infinite universe, not a person, not a God up in the sky, no sky daddy, the source that is completely energetic. It's completely energetic. It doesn't have a form. It didn't come here to save you. It doesn't think you're lost and need saving. The infinite source gifted each person individually and differently. So if you are a person who is drawn to witchcraft, you probably have a gifting for witchcraft. If you're drawn to mediumship, you probably have gifting for mediumship. There are proclivities that we have, and why are those things fascinating to us? Why are these things intriguing to us? Why are we drawn into the crystal shop like I was? Why do we go past the metaphysical bookshop and we're looking in the window and we're twisting our hands because we were in the church? I can't go in there because of Pastor so-and-so see me going in there. If Deacon so-and-so see me going in there, it's curtains for me. Well, why were you drawn to it? You were drawn to it for a reason. And you were likely drawn to it because you have some kind of gifting for that. You have some kind of expression that will come into for humanity, some service that you can render to people with your witchery. If we weren't afraid of it. I love being a witch. Because some people run from me. Good, I don't need to talk to them. And some people lean in like Nicodemus in the night. KAISI, tell me more. And they come to the mystery school, and they come into our candle burning rituals, and they come to our retreats, and they take plant medicine, and they start seeing more and seeing more and seeing more. Next thing you know, they're full-blown, blazing magical practitioners. Maybe a witch, maybe a shaman, maybe a druid, whatever it's calling you. Everyone's not the same, as we know. So if you are drawn to the magical arts and sciences, it's for a reason. If you're watching this video right now, it's for a reason. I like the comments that come up on Christian witches sometime that say, I don't know how this got on my timeline, but I ain't never gonna have it come on my timeline again. Block this witch. Well, it came up on your timeline by energy and frequency. What is frequency? Frequency is vibration with information, according to Dr. Joe Dispenza. That means that something in your frequency was emanating and vibrating, that you wanted to know more about witchcraft and magic. And then here I came. I can't show up on someone's timeline by accident. It is impossible for me to come into your world unbidden by you. It is impossible for anything to come into your world unbidden by you. That is absolutely impossible, absolutely denies and defies all of the laws of the universe. We're magnetic beings. Why do some things come to some people and not to others? Because we're making that happen. By what? By frequency. We're not getting what we want. We're getting what we are. And we don't control what shows up in front of us. That's another reason why I like to give people an unfair advantage. Burn a candle for them. Say a magical incantation for them. Get my book, How to Be a Christian Witch. Get my book, Spellcrafting for the Christian Witch. Get my book, Magical Prayers for the Christian Witch. Because if you get up on the new moon in Virgo and you say this magical prayer on the new moon in Virgo, and you say this magical prayer that I wrote exactly for new moon in Virgo, it will probably give you an unfair advantage to be able to go and get some things done that you're going to get done that day. Because the other person didn't pray. And when I say pray, I don't mean beseeching something outside of you. I mean the energy of knowing that your word goes forth and creates that which you desire. True prayer is a knowingness. True prayer is a beingness. Your whole life is a prayer. Not beseeching some sky daddy, please. No, we don't do that around here. We don't do that. I'm a religionless minister. We don't do beseeching sky gods. Everything is inside of you. You are the power. You are it. It is time to come home and realize your true infinite source, your true infinite nature, and your true infinite power. You're an absolute sovereign being. That scares some people, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, some people are so afraid of their own power. Witches are power brokers, ultimate power brokers. That's what I call witches. Witches are power brokers. Witches are not afraid. Oh, you got that going on? Hold on. I will get some herbs. I will get a candle in a minute. No problem. That thing will be gone. It's an unfair advantage. To know a witch, to know a medium, to know a channel, to know a shaman, to know a good hoodoo, to know a priest, a priestesses, all the people that have connections in spirit realms, in realms beyond this physical realm, it's an unfair advantage. That's why I say that you ought to know people who are ministers. You ought to know people who can really pray, prayer warriors. You ought to know people like your grandmothers. Your grandmothers were prayer warriors. They could pray and bring precipitation because they knew they had the power to be able to do that. Some of them were commanding the universe on what to do. I command you. And they said it with such power and such energetic alignment that they got exactly what they asked for. A lot of people are too afraid to do that. They're still asking, can I, if it be your will, Sky Daddy, please, please. I know I'm not worthy. Stop it. Those beseeching, dishonoring of your true infinite potential prayers are over. I like giving my clients an unfair advantage. I love all of our clients who come into all of our programs. I love the clients. We just took a whole group of people to Bali for, you saw the pictures. They're having the bliss of their life. Oh my God. Amazing. I love giving people an unfair advantage when it comes to ayahuasca or shrooms, magic mushrooms. I love it. Amazing, because life's not fair. Life's not promising you anything. You've got to get up, be the initiator of your transformation and your ascendancy, and absolutely ascend like a supernova. I love that. I love seeing people win. So if you've never been in any of our programs, if you've watched me on YouTube for 15 years, I'm so happy. I'm so happy you're here. If you've never actually delved into any of our programs, now's your opportunity, because I got 3 badass rituals coming up. Oh my God. Can I tell you? See how happy and energetic I get about rituals. We're doing the fall equinox rituals at ChristianWitches.com. Go there right now. Get your spot in the fall equinox ritual, because when it's sold out, baby. And we've had dozens of people in the spring equinox ritual. I had over 80 people in the money uncrossing candle burning ritual. Grab your space now. Don't even wait till tomorrow. Grab your space now. The fall equinox is upon us. The dark is coming. So we got the fall equinox candle burning ritual. I'm going to dress a candle for you, and I'm going to burn it for you. We're going to do a collective ritual together on the fall equinox. Then, in October, baby, on Halloween, October 31st, we're going to do a Feast of the Dead ritual, the Dumb Supper. Oh, you have never seen a ritual like this. Christian witch style. These are rituals for Christian witches, by Christian witches, for Christian witches. And no, you don't have to be a Christian witch to attend. We are all of our rituals are open to all who come in love. We have other practitioners. Even when we're at the Christian Witches Convention in New Orleans each year, different practitioners come. Voodoos are there, voodoo practitioners are there, Santeria, hoodoos are there, all of it. Baby, if you got magic, I love it. So we are doing the Ritual of the Dumb Supper coming up in October, and I cannot wait, because next year's Ritual of the Dumb Supper, I'm going to see if I can do one in a castle in Scotland. Stay tuned. Okay, and in December, the next ritual that we're going to be doing is the winter solstice ritual, and that is the long dark night. How are you going to get through the long dark night without going into your spirit realms for the long dark night? We're doing plant medicine on the beach. Wink, wink. ValerieLove.com/Miami-retreat. I'm going to link them below. But the very first one is the fall equinox candle burning ritual. Go get in there now, because people are already registering for it. It's filling up. Go to ChristianWitches.com. It's right there. Why do we do these rituals? I'm going to end with this. Why do we do these rituals? Why are we talking about doing witchcraft and magic? Why are we giving people an unfair advantage? Why are we tilting things in your favor and making it be more favorable for you to get something more advantageous for you? We're not seeking to control the whole universe. I don't want to control the whole universe. It's not my job. My job is to give you an unfair advantage. I do that very well. This is my life's work. It's not what I do part-time. It's not what I don't go to a day job and then come home and burn candles for people. That's not my life. My life is this 24/7. I'm a witch all the time. And no shade on witches that are not witches all the time, because do whatever you have to do in your life to sustain your life. That's not for me to say. Do whatever, work whatever works for you. I love and appreciate all people, and I love and appreciate you for being here, especially if you've been on the Christian Witches YouTube channel and the Valerie Love YouTube channel, because what I teach is could be perceived as very strange. How you gonna be a Christian and a witch? Yet I would offer to you that there's billions of, not billions, there's probably multi-millions Christian witches on the planet. They just don't know that they're Christian witches yet. Word's getting out. Why are we doing these rituals? Let's end with this. We do this ritual so that you can be connected with the great infinite. People leave religion, right? A lot of us left Christianity. They leave religion because they're like, oh, it's lying. Oh, it's a pack of lies. Oh, it's nothing but mythology repackaged. Oh, there wasn't ever a Jesus. Oh, there wasn't ever a Moses. I get it, even though that's not my stance. I do hold that there was a Jesus until they can prove to me that there wasn't a Jesus. I'm not in the camp of people that say Jesus never existed. They're mythicists. They don't believe Jesus ever existed. I don't think that. Yet everyone's free to feel what they feel and think what they think, and they have reasons for doing that. All good. The reason that we do these rituals, and we have a very magical, ritualistic way of doing these things in the mystery school and in the coven, is because when people leave religion, they often do not have spiritual practices in their lives like we did with religion. Give you an example. You know, every Sunday is going to be communion. You know, every first Sunday, not every Sunday, every first Sunday is going to be communion. That is a ritual. You know that you're going to come. They're going to get out the little grape juice. They're going to have the little wafer. They're going to do this because this is a ritual that connects you with the body and life of Christ. It's very symbolic. It's also very pagan. It's also very witchy. I love rituals. And they have rituals all throughout the church, many that they received from pagandom. Yay! It's lovely. So you know that there is going to be a ritualistic way of reminding you that you are one in the body and blood of Christ. I think that's beautiful. But when you leave church, what's reminding you of that? Nothing. We're just going and we're just being atheist or agnostic, or I'm over that, or we're just deconstructed, or we're just deconverted and it's over. We're done with all that. We don't want to do none of that stuff anymore. Okay, yeah, let's not be so hasty, and maybe let's not throw out the baby with the bathwater. Maybe some of our rituals can continue. Maybe your life will be fuller and richer, and you will not go into spiritual poverty. I see so many people leave religion, they go straight into spiritual poverty. They don't have awe and devotion. They think devotion is only in church. Devotion is not only in church, and devotion is not only for Christians. Awe and devotion and feeling it to your core like you do when you're in church, or there's a choir and you're crying and all that. That's beautiful. People don't understand that you can have that experience at any time. You don't need a church for that. That is your inner experience, and it's a beautiful experience. And what would life be like without awe and devotion? And without our rituals, it would be a dry, cerebral, neck up life. That's not a happy life. Humans do have a side of us that is rooted in awe. Beauty. Not religion. Awe. Atheists can feel awe when they see a baby being born. You know that this is, you might not believe in miracles. You know that this is miraculous. This is something amazing. This is beyond words. Love itself is beyond words. We're not going to throw out love and awe and beauty and devotion and mysticism because we left religion, are we? Is that what we're doing? Because it's going to be pretty empty. You're going to look up one day and you're going to be like, well, what's the purpose of life at all? Why am I even here? You're going to want to off yourself. That's what's happened for me. When I left religion, I was like, what's the use? I was dying when I was in religion, and I was dying when I was out of religion. It was like, what's the point of the whole thing? I was very nihilistic until I came into understanding the mystical arts and sciences, the magical arts and sciences, which are different, witchcraft, which is different still, and started to understand these energetic practices and protocols, and I was alive again. I was alive and I was free. I was free of the dogma and doctrine of church. And I was alive in the mystical and the magic. And I could have a mystical experience sitting right under a tree and just start crying for no good reason whatsoever. It's beautiful. Do we want to lose our awe and beauty and love and inspiration and all of the higher frequencies of the human? You're not a whole human if you're just cerebral. Well, I'm an atheist now, there's no such thing as God, and the whole Christian religion is a lie, and there never was a Jesus, and case closed. And they don't have any spark. I think y'all know what I'm talking about. So the witches, especially for me as a Christian witch, is to keep your awe alive, your devotion, your inspiration, rituals, your practices that feed your soul and fill you up so much from inside that you create so many beautiful things in the world. You write more books, you grow bigger empires. It's very practical what witches do. Because once you're filled up on the inside, you start to pour out so much beauty into the world. I write better books now. You'll sing better songs. You'll create more empires that are more loving and compassionate for all people. You'll create homeless shelters for people. You'll create beautiful learning spaces for children. You'll create communities. You'll do all of that from a place of deep awe and reverence that we're all living in something that none of us can describe or know, and we ought to be in awe. And no, it doesn't have to be the story of Christianity. Jesus came and died for you. He's up on the cross. You don't need that story to be in awe. You don't need that story to be inspired. You don't need a choir to get into the spirit. You don't need gospel music to get you running around the church. You can still have all of that without the trappings of religion. I love you. I think I think I said enough for this moment. I love you. ValerieLove.com, and get in the ritual. It's at ChristianWitches.com. And I hope I can do a reading for you. Readings are there at ChristianWitches.com for a short period of time because I don't often do readings. I really don't. Because I love working with larger groups of people. I don't do a lot of one-on-one work anymore, though I used to a lot, and I love it. I love it. So for a short period of time, you'll see at ChristianWitches.com, I'm also doing tarot readings during this season as we move into this dark period of the year. We're moving into the dark. You'll find out all about that in the ritual. I love you. Peace. KAISI out. How do you stop this thing?